Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Intertek Systems and Acronis, we welcome you all to today's webinar. This is Manish Shivare, and I will be your host for the day. In this webinar, titled Addressing Cyber Threats While Remote Working During the COVID Crisis and Beyond, we are going to have cyber protection experts from Intertek and Acronis. Just a little housekeeping before we get started, right? So keep your microphone muted all the time. We will announce when you have to unmute yourself. It will be towards the end of the webinar when we start the Q&A session. You may enter all your questions and doubts into the chat box. We will take them one by one towards the end. Last but not the least, this webinar is getting recorded. The webinar recording will be made available to you all within next 24 hours. You will receive the link to access the recording over an email. In case you don't receive it within 24 hours, please reach out to us. Now it's time to meet all our speakers for today. Right. So our first speaker will be Mr. Manish Utpal, who is the pre-sales consultant at Intertek Systems. Manish is responsible for pre-sales role to align company's capability with clients' business requirements by doing requirement gathering, technical discussion, capacity planning, solution sizing, and solution design, preparing a business case, doing POCs and demos. He has over 15 years of experience in the areas of enterprise systems, storage, virtualization, data protection, disaster recovery, SDDC, Azure, AWS, cloud solutions. He also holds a master degree in computer science. The second speaker who will be presenting today is Minakshi Alexander. Minakshi works as a partner account manager for Acronis Middle East. In her role, Minakshi is responsible for creating a partner ecosystem and increasing channel reach in Middle East region. Having worked with Acronis for over 6 years, she is very familiar with cybersecurity trends and cyber protection needs in Middle East market. She holds two bachelor degrees, one in bachelor in business administration, the other one bachelor's in computer application. Her overall experience extends to 17 plus years in business development and channel management in India and Middle East region both. The last and the final speaker for today will be Mr. Mohammed Khalid, who works with Acronis Middle East as regional senior solution engineer. Mohammed is responsible for pre-sales part, which covers all the product related topics like live demos, POCs, solution sizing, product awareness webinars, and service provider enablement training. He has over 15 years of experience in data center solutions, data protection, cybersecurity field, etc. He holds electrical and communication engineering bachelor's degree. Now, without any further ado, I would request Manish Utpal to take over. We hope this webinar will help you learn something new today. Over to you, Manish.
Thank you all for joining the session today, and I hope it will be a good session. The entire sessions we have three speakers. I will be covering the part of Intertek and Acronis alliances, followed by Meenakshi, and we will have a demo by Khalid. Just talk about Intertek. Intertek, we had a great journey since we established in 1991, and we are a regional IT specialist providing services for digitizations, business applications, managed services, cloud, hybrid cloud, security, and the infrastructure solutions. Our primary focus is in the Middle East region, with as headquarter in Dubai, having offices in Abu Dhabi, Oman, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and we also have centers in India. We are serving customers across GCC, India, and customers who have extended offices outside GCC, like Africa regions. Uh, we are having an annual service. We are ISO 9001 certified, and we need to ensure we follow the action plan, and our customer satisfaction rate is 90%. In terms of employees, we have a mix of people. We have people who are expertise into the service delivery, the experience management. At the same time, we also have done investments on the new platforms like the cloud, security, IoT, etc. And we have a mix of people with employee retention. So some of our senior managements are more than 10 years old working in the organizations. We had engagement with Acronis since last 2 years, and we had a fabulous journey driving with them. And we are the gold managed service provider with Intertek. And to maintain that, we have certain resources. We have certain resources and the service SLA which we need to maintain. Now, as part of our engagement, we have consulting and advisory services. where we work with the customers at the initial level to understand their challenges, their pain point, understanding their the future plans, and determining the data protections with RTO and RPO objectives. We also follow the best practices to integrate, because each customer is unique. Each customer has different requirement. How we ensure that we integrate all of them and we provide as a consolidated solution. We also follow the industry standard with the best practices, both as per the industry standard and also specific in line with the customers and Acronis best practices. To support them, we have two certified Acronis pre-sales technical resources who are expertise onto the Acronis. Once we design the solution and it's approved, we have a deployment and support team who are responsible for the implementation of the projects and the post-implementation support, because this is one of the critical aspect for any of the product. So we have the dedicated resources. We have total 5 resources, out of which 3 are senior resources with certified on Acronis, and 2 more resources. Just to let you know that these resources which we have, these are not just certified on the Acronis, but they are also certified and experienced on the other technologies like cloud or the infrastructure virtualization, to ensure that they will able to well understand the customers environment and integrate them. So they also follow the integration documentations, industry best practices, and we ensure that we minimize the minimal or no disruption while we implementing the solutions. Post implementations, we also give a training and knowledge transfer sessions to operate, configure, and support the platforms to your team. And for after that, we have next level 2 supports, which is provided by Intertek in case if you're stuck on any issues. These are some of the success stories. Basically, we have implemented this with the customer, some use cases. So I'd like to highlight that there is a real estate investment company. They were relying on the traditional backup. It's basically they were taking backup through tape, and during COVID period, they were not able to reach to the office, and every month they were having 2 or 3 times backup failure. There was no disaster recovery in place because they do not have a budget for it, and they were not non-comply to it. So, being a small organizations and looking at the current circumstances, they need to run the business, but at the same time, the solution has to be cost effective. We evaluated a couple of solutions, and then we found Acronis could be a right fit. We implemented Acronis Cyber Protect. It's a Cyber Protect as a service solution, software as a service, where we as per the industry best practices, we need to have 2 copy of the data. So that's the meaning of disaster recovery. So we were keeping 1 copy on the local and the second copy on the disaster. On the on-site, we added 1 more server. So in case if they want to run or restore the services, or restore the or do the DR locally, they can quickly do it. And with Acronis, since we already have a backup copy and there is an add-on features available on the disaster recovery, it is possible to even turn on the servers from the Acronis cloud. So this was actually part of phase 2, but then on-prem DR and the backup, which is already met, and now they're running. Now, by doing this, they save on the cost, because it's a very cost-effective solution. They did not have to invest in the data center. The solution is a scalable, so if data size grows, they will not come across any issues, because it's a software as a service, and we can add more and more hardware if we want a local backup. Just we need to add a local NAS. And the solution also has a comprehensive IT security. So the antivirus solutions and EDR is also a part of the cyber protection. The another customers, it's a retail enterprise who are having a presence in the GCC with multiple offices. Now the challenge was the company has a distributed workload, so they primarily had 2 data centers where majority of the service is running. But the other branches, each branches have some file servers, some local applications running locally. And the challenge was, how do we manage all this backup? There is no centralized backup. The connectivity between the data center is very poor, and they were facing challenge. They were not able to take the backup, and it was a huge risk. Now we were looking for the solutions how we can take the how we can do a unified backup with no dependencies of the bandwidth between the sites, and then we evaluated Acronis. We deploy the tenant where user can where the administrator can manage from the central office, they can manage from home, and they were able to take the backup of all these locations with flexibility to take some critical services like databases. They want quick recovery. We use local storage, and we use the second copy to the Acronis cloud. The other flexibility is that in case if they want to restore the data of the branches to the head office, they have access and they can restore, because there is no bandwidth, there is no bandwidth or there is no MPLS connectivity required between these locations. And no more hardware failure, because if you have a backup hardware tape or any backup any tape devices or any backup hardware on which backup relies, it's a software it's a software defined. We just need to ensure the server which we are taking is up and we are able to take the backup. And it also has the improved security because of the inbuilt DR. So customer is still testing that. Maybe in future they may remove the current UDR solutions they have. And why do they doing this? They were able to save the operational expenses massively and then mitigated the risks. With local and cloud backup, they were able to faster. They will have faster and flexible data recovery options. So these are the two use cases. Similarly, we can work on more, but I just skipped two to have a discussion. I will hand over now to Meena.
Thank you, everyone. This is Meena here, Meenakshi Alexander. So, just to give you a bit of an introduction about Acronis, Acronis is a leader in cyber protection. We are AI powered cyber protection. We provide solutions on cyber cloud and cyber platform. We are a dual headquarter company. We are a Swiss Singaporean company. We have our corporate headquarter in Switzerland, founded in 2008, and we have our international headquarter in Singapore, which was founded in 2003. We are a highly scalable and growing organization with a valuation of $2.5 billion. We have been growing 50% year over year. On cloud, we have been growing over 100%. And we are working with almost Fortune 1000 companies. The 100% engagement is there across the globe. We have 50,000 plus partners who've been using Acronis services and solution and offering to their ecosystem. And we've been servicing 500 million businesses already. We are a global presence company having 1,500 plus employees spread across 33 plus locations, have 150 plus countries presence, and we speak with 33 plus languages. One of the major objectives for 2021 is to have Acronis cyber data centers in every country possible. We are nearing to this with a very fast pace, and we want 100 plus data centers by the end of December 2021. Last year, we launched Acronis Cyber Protect, which was one of the flagship products. And why we launched this product was we understood that we are into a digital world and cyber protection is something which is very, very important. Having done some kind of studies also, we understood that we being in Middle East and this region, even though cybersecurity has been given a lot of importance by the government, but there are still many organizations which are not having the basic cyber protection for their organizations. And this is where we felt that Acronis should make an effort and bring this product to this region, and we should launch this. So we launched this product as it has been protecting over 1 million workloads already. We have prevented 1 million attacks already, and there are 9,000 plus cloud partners who are working with us to make sure that we are able to make our customers cyber fit and cyber protected. Many of the clients have some kind of a confusion that, oh, Acronis is a backup company. They provide backup, and why they're talking about cyber protection, and are they equally certified, and do they have enough certification and capabilities to be fulfilling these cybersecurity and cyber protection needs? And that's why this slide is important to show that Acronis has certified security certifications. As you can see, we are ISO 27001, ISO 9001, we are GDPR compliance certification, and we have FIPS 42, and there are other ones also that could be shared on this slide. Apart from that, we are leader in independent testing. We've been certified with many AV tests and other companies for being tested on independent testing, and this certifications has been growing. As I just mentioned in my previous slide, that one of the objectives for Acronis is to increase our data centers in every country, which we call as cyber data center. We have grown over, and as you can see, we have 31 plus data centers which are spread across the globe with Acronis, and plus 6 data centers are in collaboration with Azure and Google. So as you can see, if you talk about any of these regions, you could see the data center is available, and we are having plans to bring them to Middle East also. So soon we should be able to share some news about that as well. Now let's go to the threat landscape and how cybersecurity is becoming more and more important and vital for organization, and why we think that cyber protection is vital for this region. So as you could see, during the pandemic reason, all of us have been becoming digital, most of us working from remote location, and our work environment is not as secure as we used to be in our offices. As simple as that, that we don't have many firewall connections. We work on a broadband connection or a DSL connection where the securities are not that enabled, and the cyber threats have been increasing as per our analysis more than 300%, and this is spiking like every day, every minute as I speak. And most of our attacks are not being detected by the traditional antivirus solutions, or so I would say traditional solutions that are available in the market. And most of the time, like I would call it like 57% of the time, we miss on the attacks which we are encountering as users or as you as customers, because the attacks are getting more and more intelligent, the invaders are getting more and more intelligent, which cannot be taken care by our traditional solutions. And most of the time, what happens is the IT administrator at the customer spends time thinking about, I have multiple security solutions. Which solution should I be implementing in my infrastructure that could be taking care of the cyber attacks and cyber threats that are coming to my organization, maybe via my front office, maybe via my back office, or maybe via my salespeople, or maybe by an email, or however, I don't know, how do I take care of it. While deciding this kind of thinking that which solution he should be using or which tools he should be using to defending these threats, most of the time, like around 69% of the time, we are not able to define the solution, but we spend our time and we lose on countering the attack which is in front of us. These sources are coming from Acronis cyber threat reports and cyber protection operation centers, which is Acronis operation centers, have been validated by FBI. So we're not giving you something that is something that we think, but we are also validating this information that is available in the market. So Acronis thought, what if we could rely on one integrated solution, or bring one integrated solution to our customers through our partners, which can avoid the downtime, the data loss, and security breaches at a low cost. Okay, this means that we are able to bring you next generation cybersecurity solution that can give you a reliable backup and recovery, but at the same time, it also provides you an integrated protection against the cyber threats that you are getting. That means it's not only giving you a backup, but also giving you cyber protection at a lower cost, so that you have total cost of ownership, and you're able to control the cyber protection or be cyber fit with our cyber protection solution. We're trying to cut the cost. Why? Because we as Acronis believe in bringing you a solution which can give you one console, one license, and one agent, so that you're not dealing with multiple vendors, and you don't have to deal with multiple solution providers, so that it helps you to have a consolidated vendor experience. And at the time of disaster recovery, we as a vendor gives you a complete holistic solution, so that we take the complete responsibility, and you don't have to jump between one vendor to another vendor saying that, oh, this is a backup, you should go to a backup guy. It's a security, you should go to a security guy. It's a ransomware, you should go to a ransomware guy. No, you don't have to do that. We as Acronis, what we are going to do is we're going to give you end-to-end solution, and whether it is cyber protection, whether it is backup, we take care of it. And we're going to give you an unmatched protection on all your workloads. So for example, you already have backup and you want security, you can take security from us. You have security, but you don't have backup, you can still take backup from us. we are aiming to cover 100% of the client workloads with not only backup, but along with cybersecurity solution at a lower cost. What did we do for that? So we brought this best in breed backup integrated cybersecurity management solution, which we call it as an igloo model because it looks like an igloo for us. Here, if you look at it, I'll just like to zoom it a little bit. It comes with 3 core management solutions: security, management, and backup, which is pay as you go. Right. From security, we provide you CyberFit score, which tells your machine, or it tells your workload that how cyberfit is your machine is, or how cyberfit your workload is. It tells you, it actually analyzes the processes, it analyzes the application, it analyzes the hardware, and tells you what kind of vulnerabilities you have. If your softwares are outdated, you need to update them. If your hardware is getting depreciated, you need to update the hardware, or what kind of applications you're using which is getting outdated that you need to update, or some kind of what you call operations that you're using which are outdated that you need to update, or there are some vulnerabilities that can bring you into a risk. So we provide you the CyberFit score, which is a very cool tool. You just have to install it in your agent, and it comes absolutely free of cost, guys, and you get to know what is your CyberFit score. So the moment you get to know what is your CyberFit score and your vulnerabilities is assessed, we give you a solution, which I'm going to talk in my next slide, that how to protect those vulnerabilities, how to come out of those vulnerabilities. Then we provide you an active protection. This is one of the flagship products for Acronis. We've been known for this. As I told you in my previous slide, we've been able to prevent 1 million plus ransomware attacks or cyber threat attacks during the solution. This is active protection against ransomware, and we also have active protection against malware protection. We also provide you antivirus solution and anti-malware solutions. This is on a core product we give you on the signature based. All right, and we do have a signature based solution on advanced. Here, as you can see, it is non-signature, non-local signature as a core, but it gives you a detection on cloud. But if you're looking for signature-based local detection, we provide you on advanced. That I'll talk about in my next slide. Then we have a very cool product that we have launched last year, which we call as Device Lock. Device Control is giving you a data leak prevention plan. That means you can prevent unauthorized access of the data by the users in your organization, so that you don't allow them to access any data which you don't want them to access, and prevent the leak of data while people are maybe leaving, or people are maybe getting into another role or getting into another group for managing. So what happens is, generally we've been seeing this, that people, sorry, I think somebody, I can you mute, please, if you're not talking. Thank you. So with the device lock, we would be giving you a solution where you do not allow unauthorized access. Suppose your colleagues or the employees are leaving the organization, they cannot take, copy data outside your company organization with the help of a USB, or they cannot email it to them, or even they cannot put it on a cloud drive or a OneDrive without a permission or an access to them. This way, you can prevent your, am I muted? All right, so
no, we can hear you, Meena.
All right, thank you. So you can prevent data leak for your organization, which is very, very critical, because data is very important for any organization nowadays. Then we talk about management. Management, as an administrator, if I talk from an administrator perspective, in case we are talking about mid-sized enterprises or large enterprises, even SMBs, there are multiple workloads to be managed. There are multiple group organizations who are managing this, working on these workloads. So as an administrator, it becomes very, very difficult to log in on individual machines or manage them individually. So we provide group management where you can put your group plans and backup plans and security plans. You can have consolidated plans created, and you can manage them basis on the group, and you can put security and permissions based on the group. This makes the life of the administrator very, very easy to administer, and at the time of disaster or threat, he's able to take remedial action immediately for a specific group if a specific group is attacked, or if there's a disaster with the whole organization, he knows what kind of security updates he needs to make for a specific department or a specific group. Then we provide you centralized management plans. You can decide your plans. You can have backup plans, security plans, backup along with security plans, which you call as smart protection plans, where you have some part of backup, some part of security. You can mix and match, and you can provide the solutions to your users. We provide remote desktop. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, that people are remotely working. They need to have solutions for working through remote. So in case of disaster, we provide you remote desktop, and you don't have to have any other third-party solutions like TeamViewer or etc. to, or any other paid devices to manage your remote users. You can use a Acronis solution. You can remotely assist them, and in case of disaster, also you can remotely log in and look for this issue and try to provide a solution to them. We also have hardware inventory. This gives you on the GUI that we have, gives you an information about the hardware, what kind of hardware you have, what the version you've been using, does that needs to be updated, or it's time for you to bring in a new hardware, or you need to upgrade your new hardware. So this kind of an information is also provided. Then we have backup. Of course, we've been known for backup. We are the people who brought image level backup to the world, to the market, and we're providing the solution as a pay-as-you-go model. That means you just pay for what you use. You can have file level backup, image level backup, application backups, network share backups. You can take backup to the local storage, and you can take backup to cloud. So as a best practice, we say that the best practice of having backup is 3-2-1. That is 3 copies of backup, 1 local and 1 on cloud. If you're practicing this best practices, it is good. With Acronis, we are able to give you this solution because you can take backup to local storage as well as to cloud with Acronis solutions. Then we have disaster recovery. With the disaster recovery, we are providing test failover and cloud VPN connection as a integrated part of the solution. That means you don't have to pay for this. You have to pay for this on a pay-as-you-go model. So you use it if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. So you will not be charged for it. Then we have file sync and share. This is really a very interesting and a cool tool. That means for salespeople or marketing people who are on the go all the time or traveling on the time, but at the same time they want to access important materials or resources from the company to do a presentation or a discussion with their customers, they can use file sync and share. It is completely encrypted, unlike the other vendors. So you have complete security over it, and it also provides you a role-based access. So the person who has specific requirement, he's able to use only specific resources from the organization, and he doesn't have any other things to access. And it is a very cool tool for sales and marketing people, guys. We are traveling all the time and we need resources, and carrying all the documents all the time is not possible. So this is, if you have a sales team or management teams or even marketing team which are majorly on the go and moving, then this is the solution for you. Then we have notary. I'm not sure if we have clients from law firms and financial sectors out here. Nowadays, since we have been moving to the digital world, digital signatures are very, very important. Document signatures are important. So we got you Acronis Notary. This is a very interesting and a cool solution for law firms and financial solutions companies, because if you're looking forward to a high-end encrypted solution which provides you high-end security and at the same time offers you digital signature, then this is the solution that you should go for, because we are providing this in connection with blockchain, because at the back end it works on a blockchain technology which works on Ethereum codes and hash keys, which gives you a highest level of encryption and at the same time allows you for digital signature and e-signatures. So if you have a requirement, please reach out to Intertek's team. They will be able to help you with this. Now, as I mentioned, all these cool and interesting features are a part of the core model, and this solution is an integrated model. That means the security and the management comes included. You as a user don't pay for it. You just pay for the services on a pay-as-you-go lines. Now, I'm going to the advanced model, and I would like to give you a little bit of a view about what is our advanced solution. Our advanced solutions talks about advanced security, advanced management, advanced backup, and advanced disaster recovery. Now, why we call them as advanced and what are the advanced functionalities that we give you here? So advanced security pack includes advanced antivirus and anti-malware pack, which gives you local signature based detection over URL. And then we provide you URL filtering, which gives you a URL filtering feature that helps you to detect the malicious attacks or vulnerabilities which could be invading through the URLs. Then we also provide you vulnerability forensic backup and what you call as forensic file safe recovery and forensic backup scan. Now, what is forensic backup? Basically, forensic backup includes the copies of bit by bit, sector by sector copies of your physical storage. This includes all the files, folders that are allotted, and also includes the unallotted free space, because this helps you to understand taking the complete backup of the resources, including your operating system and programs, etc. Why we do this? We do this because sometimes it happens, and my colleague Khalid would be giving you more details about it because he's the expert on the technology. What happens is when we are attacked or the invaders get in, we think that, guys, I have a backup and I'm fine because I can always recover my backup and I'll be fine. But that doesn't solve the purpose, because sometimes the invaders are smart enough, but they don't attack our files and folders, but they also attack, or the malware is sitting somewhere in the system which is not protected, or which is not backed up, or which is not having the protection. In this kind of a scenario, forensic backup really helps, which is a cool tool that we are offering. And at the time of a disaster, you can recover the solution with our tool, which we call as safe recovery, because while recovering also it scans the backup, not only the backup, the operation, the processes, everything, so that even if the malware is sitting somewhere in the process, it is detected and it is removed, and you are recovering a clean copy of whatever backup you have taken. So this way it really helps large organization. We have a lot of success stories in hospitalities, industrial sectors, and oil and gas sectors and garment sectors, and we've been very successful with this. Then we have smart protection plans and exploit prevention plans. My colleague Khalid will be taking over this. I'll leave it to him. It's more technical. Then I'm coming on to the advanced management. So advanced management has patch management. Of course, in the core product, we give you vulnerability assessment. So now you know that you have vulnerabilities. How do you patch them? So you get the advanced pack and you can patch your vulnerabilities using the patch management solutions. So here also we have some unique capabilities on the technical side of it, which my colleague will be highlighting. Hardware health detection, we provide you. We also provide you software inventory, which gives you a view of what are the softwares you have, and if they are outdated, that needs to be updated. We provide you file safe patching, cyber scripting, toolbox MSP, and we also provide you AI-based, artificial intelligence-based monitoring solution for software deployments. So these cool tools helps you from the management perspective, that how you can manage it. In case you want to test this product, we also provide you trial keys and trials consoles that could be taken from integrated integrated systems and tested, and you can test this features one by one. Advanced backup provides you SQL backup exchange clusters, Oracle, SAP HANA, and data protection plan. Here again, one of the key cool solution that we provide you is continuous data protection. That means you're not only protecting you on your backup after the backup is taken, but while the process is on, while people are working, if continuous data protection is on, you're being backed up during your user being working on the system. That means in case of a disaster, you're able to recover the latest copy of the backup that was done, so that his RTO and RPOs are faster, and he can come back to work without losing his precious time that has caused him a disaster and he is not able to be on the work. Then we have a advanced disaster recovery solution. This is for the production test failover. We have it on production test failover. We provide you cloud VPN and site-to-site VPN connections. We provide you multiple templates for cyber protect and disaster recovery runbooks. All I'm trying to say here, and I'm trying to highlight, is these advanced security packs, backup, and disaster recovery provides you vendor consolidation. It provides you optimum mix of workload where you can combine backup, security, management, and disaster recovery based on your requirement and create customized plans. And this also helps you to easily upscale in your organization without needing to invest a lot of money on bringing multiple vendors to your organization and keeping the cost low, and so you have total cost of ownership. This slide I really wanted to bring into you as users because Acronis has started Cyber Protection Operations Center. This is a very intuitive team that is talking about latest threats and cyber attacks that are happening on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Please subscribe to Acronis Cyber Protection Operations Center news channel, which will keep you updated on the latest cyber protection threats. And at the same time, you can reach back to us. How do you protect or be more proactive than reactive by knowing this news, and we will be able to help you to get protected and protect yourself even before it comes to you guys. So this channel will be really helpful to stay updated with the cyber protection threats that are there in the market. Last but not least, but this is very important, we have launched Microsoft 365 promotion. Before we were like charging you per license. I don't know how many of you have been using a Microsoft Office 365 backup for Acronis, but right now we have a promotion, as you could see that with this promotion, which has been extended until August 2021, if you are going for Microsoft Office 365 backup with Acronis cyber protection solution, you will be charged only per seat. The storage is unlimited and free. And for Microsoft Teams and SharePoint, the seat is free. We only charge you for storage. For example, if you have 3 workloads for Office 365, we only charge you for these 3 seats. And if you have gigabytes here, that is free. And for storage, for MS Team and SharePoint, we only charge you for the storage, and the seats are free. This means this gives you, again, the cost comes lower as compared to the vendors, and you can scale up, and you're not only protecting your seats, but you're also protecting your Teams and SharePoint. So with this, I finish my slides. I hand it over to our product genius, Mr. Khalid. Khalid, over to you, buddy.
Thank you very much, Mina, for the wonderful introduction. So thank you, everybody. My name is Mohammed Khalid. I am the Senior Solution Engineer. I will be giving right now the live demo about our product, all what was mentioned by Mrs. Meenakshi. On the presentations, I will show you how to deploy it right now on the console. So first of all, once you have your trial tenant from Intertek SaaS, you will be able to see the same console. So this console is the end customer console where you can start adding devices to your platform. So over here, you can add workstation, Windows or Mac. You can add servers, Windows or Linux. You can add your mobile device to protect. The well-known virtualization platforms are listed over here. And also you can see application-aware backups and the Office 365 if you like to backup. So once you finish, you deploy the agent, you can even get offline installer of the agent. All the agents are over here, and you can see also our putable media in case you need to do parameter recovery. Once you do the installation on the machine, you will be able to register at last stage of the installation to the console, and you can see your machines listed over here. Then it will be categorized based on the components. So if you have, for example, onboarded your VMware environment, you will be able to see the host, you can see the VMs, you can select all VMs to backup group, so you will protect all. You need to protect one machine only, you can protect. And we have for VMware replication as well. So this is unique feature for VMware. If you have Hyper-V, again, you can see the same, the cluster, the host, and included VMs. You can do protection from here. You can do recovery from here. And you can build your disaster recovery site in Acronis data center from here. If you have application-aware backups like Exchange, you can see the databases of the Exchange, and you can see the users as well. So if you have registered your CAS, you will be able to see all the users, and you can restore emails, individual emails, or entire mailbox. The same for SQL database, you can see the database itself. I have as well 365, so over here you can see all the email of the boxes, of the mailboxes. You can back up over here the mailbox to cloud. You can back up the OneDrive. While you are recovering as well, you can filter that I need to recover the mailbox, email, full mail, or individual. I can recover as well OneDrive, entire OneDrive or file folder. You can see the same for Teams, where you can back up Teams and you will be able to recover channels, entire team, email messages, or team site. We have the same for SharePoint Online, so you will be able to back up the entire SharePoint. If you need to recover, you can do recovery for the entire site, or you can dig deep for individual subsites to recover. So you can do selection, whatever needed. The same exactly we have for Google Suite or Google Workspace, where we can back up the Gmail and also the Google Drive as well. So this is how it looks like from the backup point of view. Once we have your backup, we are able to make disaster recovery. So you can get use of Acronis data center to be your disaster recovery site. Over here, you can see the machine that you built a recovery instance for it. You can see the CPU, RAM. If you have public IP enabled, you can see the IP. You can see that this internet enabled for that machine. You can do test failover for just testing purposes, or you can make real production failover. Select whatever restore point you need, and we will be able to do the disaster recovery for you. We have again site-to-site VPN, and this is very important if you need to survive from single machine failure. If you have entire site fully dead or outage for the entire site, you can get use of point to site. So you can give your every employee VPN access, and they can reach out to the cloud directly from their laptops, exactly like they are in office. We have also settings for DNS servers. If you like to configure your DNS, public DNS, you can for sure modify it and use it. If you have IPsec devices or appliances that support IPsec VPN over IPsec, so you can switch to IPsec and connect your, for example, Cisco SA firewall, for example, or Fortinet. For sure, orchestration is important. That's why we have runbooks that will allow you to make orchestration that I need to fill over the first server, second server, third server. So you will be able to orchestrate it as needed. So I will just move to another console where I need to show you once you start the backup and disaster recovery as a base functionality. We talk about it right now. I will talk right now about the other management and security features. So most of you aware about the backup and disaster recovery functionality, but let's focus right now about the free features coming as a core based included features in the product, and we can see also how we can use it. So let's see this machine, for example, is Windows 10 machine, and as I mentioned, and as highlighted by Meenakshi as well, that you can get use of all these features at no charge. So Intertek says can create for you a tenant. This tenant will be fully equipped with all your requirement, your equipment, all your devices are registered, and you will just come to details and register this service quota as included features. So you will use the virtual machine service quota only included features. It means that your features will be only for free. You can see as well, while you are doing this, you will be able to use the active protection. This is the most well-known service, like 6 years developed by Acronis. And every time we have enablement and enhancement development on this service, which is real-time protection from ransomware. I have I have here settings for this to just revert from cache, so you can get use of this to be able to revert from cache in case you have ransomware attack. You don't need to wait until the attack is happening, restoring from backup. No need. This is real-time protection. So I have recording over here to show you how this is really happening in real life. So I have this machine installed with Windows 10 machine, and you can see the settings saying revert using cache. And this is included features. You can use it fully at no charge from Acronis side. You have included features, service quota. So I will go to the right side. I have no errors over here. On the right side, I have some files modified in 2016, and I have ransomware on this machine. I will run it to start encrypting the files. So the attack will start. Acronis immediately detect, will kill the attack, restore files real time from cache. So me as a user, I can open my files. I don't have any problem. However, on the other side, we have someone managing the console is aware that you are under attack. He knows your machine name. He knows the file which has the ransomware infection. And because revert from cache, we were able to restore for you these files. So imagine that you have this simple service at no charge coming to all your company machines. You can get use of this. Another one that you can use is vulnerability assessment. So this will be able to scan your platform for Linux packages, for Microsoft packages, for Mac OS and the Mac applications to give you alert if you are fully updated or not. Based on that one, you can see if your environment is really opened to back hackers, because to bad hackers. Because based on the situation that in your environment, you can see this under the vulnerabilities. So see how many vulnerabilities discovered into this environment, how many vulnerabilities into Adobe Reader, how many vulnerabilities into CentOS, because I'm not fully updated. So you can get use of this for free to just check if you are really protecting your environment or not. And you can see also ability to use device control, again at no charge. In this one, you will be able to configure that I need to block certain interfaces. I need to block USB interfaces. I need to prevent screenshot, even connecting Bluetooth to the very legacy floppy drive. You can block the entire USB interfaces. You can even block incoming clipboard or outgoing. So map network drive as well. You can make something read only to just copy from it, not able to send it back. So you will be able to prevent any unauthorized access to the data to be sent outside the organization. So you can see in one plan, we have everything. We have the backup, disaster recovery, antivirus, anti-malware, anti-ransomware inside. We have also crypto mining coming for free, crypto mining detection. So if you have a bad actor who is really interested about cryptocurrencies, he don't damage your systems. He don't steal your data, but he just installed crypto mining tools to be utilizing your CPU and memory. So based on that, you will be detected and you will be protected as well. We have advanced exploit prevention to protect any memory attack or code injection to the software or privilege escalation. So we have as well real-time protection from malware. You can enable this. All of this coming with this icon, it's part of advanced security. So once you enable it, it will consume one of the quotas of advanced security. And you will be able to see this over here. Once you click managed account, you can see the console to show you the usage. Your tenant is per workload and you are using one machine billable workstation and you have 0 workstations included features, which is free. You have, for example, 2 virtual machines coming usage for free and you have 3 machines billable. Billable means it goes backup pay as you go or any of advanced backs are used. So also you can use URL filtering, and this is advanced security, which is going to show you ability to scan, to block any malicious websites, and also ability to block any of 44 categories. You can block certain categories like media, like games or something. You still can use advanced management features. You did vulnerability assessment, you discovered the gaps, you need patch management, it's coming under advanced management. Just enable it. You will be using this advanced packs, advanced management. So over here, you can update Microsoft products, update third-party products at certain time. The good value that we have backup and patch management in the same box, same R&D. You can just enable run backup before update. But if you try to do this, it will ask you because you don't have backup, you cannot use it. So simply you can go and enable backup service. And once you enable it, you will be able to enable backup before update. So the value here that you are creating restore point for your systems and making sure that you are fully protected the last moment before update. If you have any back crash happened or something, you are fully protected with the restore point. So based on all of this, you can see how many advanced packs added. So this plan is added with advanced management security, advanced security. But you notice here, there is some complaint about the quota because you remember we added over here the service quota as included features. So if you are selecting included features, you will be using only free features. You cannot use the payable one. One of the good features as well, hardware inventory coming for free. I have customers covering the entire Gulf. They have tenants and they have devices from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, from Oman, and they are onboarding all of them on one console. They are able to discover all the installed hardware and software. Hardware inventory is coming for free. If you try to use this software inventory, it will be coming under advanced management. So we are giving you opportunity to check the product, to see the behavior of the solution. And if you like, you can come to purchase more and more depending on your requirements. Good feature also, remote desktop. You can reach to any of these machines directly via RDP or HTML. Completely secure, SSL, over 443 interface, no specific port, no firewall requirements. You just enable it from here, coming for free. If you need to work from home, this is machine in office and you need to share link to user from home. If you clicked on this, it will ask you, you need advanced management. If you don't have the quota from Intertek says you cannot. So I have one quota and I'm using one already. So if I try to change, it will tell me quota exceeded, you cannot assign. So you need to get back to Intertek says, and they will be enabling for you whatever you need based on your agreement for that. So as you can see, many features coming for free just to give you the value of the product, to give you the test of the product, to see your environment, how it looks like. CyberFit score is coming for free. You just use it to check if you have anti-malware, if you have backup, if you have firewall enabled on the machines. Do you have VPN to secure your traffic? Do you have disk encryption enabled? Are you still using the legacy and TLM traffic? So based on all of these inputs, you can detect if you are really cyber fit or not. And according to the same, you can go to make another enhancement by protecting your machine further. So once you having everything, you can see the results over here. So any device quarantined will be detected over here, can be deleted, can be restored. You can add it to whitelist. You can also see the software management. So over here, I have patch management showing that in this cumulative update from Microsoft, if you're going to install that, it will protect 78 vulnerabilities discovered into your system. So 78 gaps discovered will be closed by this patch management. Imagine how this is very important. You can dig deep for all of these 78 vulnerabilities and you can read more about it. We are giving you opportunity to read more about the CVE definition about this. So you can see that, yes, this is really critical. I'm using the Kerberos, for example, security. I need to protect this machine. So based on that, you can push it manually from here, or you can even go to the patches and you will be able to select and approve it to be done at the time of patch management. Not only Microsoft updates, we have third-party updates as well. So you can see over here, I have one sample for Adobe Reader. So single update from Adobe, as you can see, is going to fix 396 vulnerabilities into Adobe. Think about this, how you are very open to the bad actors, how one of these vulnerabilities can be the door for the hacker to get into your company. So that's why it's very important to have the mix of vulnerability assessment and patch management. Coming to the software inventory, we are able, as mentioned, to scan your environment and tell you, report that what are the installed apps and what are the versions for it. So this is also very important. When you have company-wide range of machines, you have now working from home, everybody. So you need to make sure that everybody is protected. Remember, you was cool, silent, don't have any worries because your company employees are coming to office and they are protected by the company firewall and all the company security rules that you have. So it was fully protected. Nowadays, every employee has in his machine, his laptop, going back home. So you need to keep close eye on all of these machines. Are they are fully updated with the latest patch? Are they are installing any legacy software which may be a cause for an attack? Are they equipped with the anti-malware, antivirus, not traditional antivirus or a malware? It's fully AI and machine learning. Are you ready to protect your end users from ransomware attack? So are you protecting your company data from any data leak? So you need to think about all of these questions and to be having the answer that yes, I'm really ready or I still need some solutions. You can see in one platform you are able to have all of this. One of the good feedback also that as mentioned by Meenakshi that one of the services threat feed. So threat feed is coming from our CPOC operation team. They are giving you notice about attacks happening worldwide. So you can get notification about this remote access tool, which is acting as ransomware. So you can see how this is very critical. You can see the impact from the news, how this is impacting other companies, how you are how you can be ready to mitigate that risk. Yeah. So based on that one, you can see also our recommendations. You can run our recommendations, which is giving you advice if you like to make anti-malware, for example. So this is in summary how it looks like from the product point of view, how to do backup, how to have disaster recovery to survive in case of disaster or outage, how to be ready for management requirements, how to be ready for cybersecurity requirements. And as I mentioned, all coming in one solution, one plan to make all of this into one console. How this will be easy for you as a system admin as well. So I have covered all the topics that it should be covered right now, and I hope if this was giving you a lot of insights about the product, how it looks like, and I am waiting for Manish to give me if you have any questions came or any feedback from your
Perfect.
side.
Thanks a lot, Khalid, for such an insightful demo. It was sure, I'm sure our attendees must have got a great insight about how efficient and easy to use this tool is, right? Now, as you said, we have got a few questions in our chat box. Let me just read it out for you. So probably, I would request all the three speakers to unmute themselves and, you can answer the questions one by one. Right. So the first question we have received is from Sheshu from Summit Global Power. He is asking, we have Veeam solution where we backup critical VMs. May I know if we can make use of Acronis cloud solution to keep one copy on cloud?
Yes, exactly. This is possible while you are creating the plan. You can continue using your own solution. You have a repository server where you can back up the folder directly. So you can here create a plan to back up certain folder of this machine, and based on that one, you can copy the data into that folder and you can send it to cloud storage. So this is possible if you need to have another copy of your backups. And if you are using all entire product features and you don't need to use backup, you are happy with Veeam, we have coexistence with any software. So you just come here and disable backup. So this is in case you need to continue using all features without backup.
All right, perfect. Now there's one query from Mr. Uday Kumar. So he says whether we are going to share the documents and details. So yes, Uday, we are going to share all the presentation material along with the webinar recording as well after the webinar. So you will receive it over an email. Now we have another question from Mr. Mohammad Hassani. He is asking, does the data leak protection work on laptop outside the network for the mobile workers?
Yes, if you are working outside the office, once you configure the plan, as you see in the free plan that I created, that you can see over here, the DLP is enabled, configured. What you need to do, just click manage and you can add device. So whatever device is registered, if this is the user machine, he is using his laptop at home. So you can push this plan to that machine directly based on the agent installed of it. So yes, you can control it even at home.
Okay, now there is another question by Mr. Anurag Verma. He's asking, does it have a consolidated dashboard also?
Yep, for the dashboard, we have it over here. So instead of looking to one by one service, you can simply add widget. You can see for every single service we have a certain widget for that. So you can customize whatever you need. You can find by category, you can find by input over here, and you can just build your own dashboard as you like. And once you finish, you can maximize it so you can present it on a big screen or something. So it will be closely monitored by your operation team. So this is how it looks like.
Perfect. Awesome. So, Khalid, while you were giving the demo, I also noticed a couple of things, and I thought probably I will ask you this question because it's there somewhere in the back of my mind. I'm sure other participants will also be, thinking about it. So, the first query I had was, this O365. It's very critical nowadays for every organization. So, do you have data protection plan for O365?
Yes, this is exactly what I did showing in the very beginning. So as you can see over here, when I created a plan under plans cloud applications, this is what we can do from Office. So we can back up Office 365 mailbox, entire OneDrive, SharePoint, and Teams. For Google Drive
Okay.
also we can, and Gmail and websites. So based on
Awesome.
that, you can back up all the components of your Office 365, and you can see as well this tab over here contains all the discovered resources into your Office 365 tenant and how you can recover it and back it up as well.
All right. So I understand we are running late, but we will just close the webinar in another 2 minutes. So there's one last question that has come from Mr. Hassan. It says, can it back up and remote support remote iPads and other mobiles?
Yes, but this is there is no agent to push. If you are going to add devices here, it will give you the link that you need to go for the agent. We have client, you can install it from Apple, which is Apple Store, and we have another one which you can install it from Android. So you need to instruct your company users to download the Acronis Cyber Protect, and after you complete this one, it will be pushing the data to the cloud. So you will be able to back up this data once you have the agent installed on the mobile and registered on the console.
Perfect. And one last question, from Mr. Khalid. He is asking, can we extract the data?
I assume that this is for the dashboard. Yes, if you have all of this listed here as you need, and after you adding all the widgets that you like, you can simply download it into Excel or PDF, or you can send it directly over email. So you can customize all of this. And even if you have advanced uh, back, you can create as well report, and you can automate this report. So instead of just manually click download or send, you can just configure, I need to schedule this to be sent to the manager, to send an Excel file, send it every day at 11, for example, a.m. So based on that, you will fully orchestrate the reporting, generate it, send it to you over email, and you can just read it and without any need to come to the console and check it bit by bit.
There is one more question that popped up from Anurag again. Can we set alarms and email notifications?
Yes, this is you can do while you are configuring the settings over here. You will be able to see in the under system settings, ability to configure alerts, ability to configure mail settings. So all of this can be done. One of the good things also, you can push all events directly to the application event log of the machine. So if you have same solution is running, it will be grabbing all the contents from the machine itself. So this is how you can do all of that. And as an admin, as I mentioned, once you have the console as an admin, you will be able to connect it to your tenant as a managed admin, and you can set your email and everything to be notified to your end.
Thank you. Have a nice day.